All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into fixed annuities.
Okay.
Specifically, we're looking at the nationwide secure growth annuity.
Right.
We've got all the research right here. So let's unpack this thing and see what it's all about.
Right.
You know, for our listeners probably already know that a fixed annuity is kind of like a special savings account, you know, specifically for retirement.
Exactly.
Instead of riding the roller coaster of the stock market,
Right.
you get guaranteed growth.
That's the big draw
with this product.
Mm.
Now, Diversified Insurance Brokers seem to be really pushing this annuity.
Yeah, they are.
But
we are.
before we just take their word for it, let's look at this with a critical eye.
Okay.
What are some of the possible downsides or limitations with this product?
Well, you know, the guaranteed growth is really attractive.
Yeah.
But those returns might be lower
Okay.
than what you could maybe earn in the stock market.
Yeah.
So it's always that trade-off, you know?
That's always the balance, right?
Security versus, you know, a chance for higher gains.
Absolutely.
And then we also have to think about inflation.
Oh, that's a good point.
If that fixed interest rate
Right.
doesn't keep up with inflation, then your purchasing power could erode over time.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So guaranteed growth, but at what cost?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what we need to figure out.
Right.
One of the benefits that's often talked about with annuities is this tax advantage.
Right.
So how does that actually work with the secure growth annuity?
Well, your money grows tax deferred.
Okay.
Which means you don't have to pay taxes on the interest that you earn
Okay.
until you withdraw it in retirement.
Okay.
So that allows for compounded growth,
Okay.
which can really boost your savings over the long term.
I see.
Let's just say you invest like $100,000
Yeah.
and it earns a hypothetical 4% interest rate annually for 20 years.
Okay.
With that tax-deferred growth.
Oh.
You could end up with over $219,000.
Wow.
But if you were paying taxes on that interest each year,
Okay.
the final amount would be noticeably lower.
So that tax deferral can really add up.
Definitely.
Now, this annuity offers a fixed interest rate for either 5 or 7 years.
Uh-huh.
What happens after that initial period's over?
Well, Nationwide will offer you a new interest rate for another 5 or 7 year term.
Right.
And of course, this rate could be higher or lower than the initial one, depending on, you know, what the market conditions are at the time.
Yeah, so there's some uncertainty there.
There is.
All right, let's talk about accessing your money.
Okay.
This annuity allows for annual withdrawals of 10% after the first year.
That's right.
What are the implications of that?
Well, it's really designed to encourage a long-term savings approach.
Okay.
But you know that 10% restriction could be a problem if you have a large, unexpected expense.
Exactly.
Now, they do offer waivers.
For long-term care and terminal illness.
Gotcha.
So it does provide some flexibility in those situations.
Right, so that's good. They thought of that.
Yeah.
But what if you need to access more than that 10%? What kind of penalties are we talking about for early withdrawal?
Well, you would probably face surrender charges.
Okay.
And those can be really significant in the early years of the contract.
Oh, wow.
So it's important to carefully consider your liquidity needs before you commit.
Before you lock in.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Now, there's this term that often comes up with annuities.
Yeah.
Annuitization.
Yes.
Can you explain what that means in plain English? And how does that apply to the secure growth annuity?
So imagine you've reached retirement.
Okay.
And you want like a steady, predictable income stream.
Makes sense.
With annuitization, you can convert that lump sum you've accumulated into a series of guaranteed payments.
Okay.
You can kind of think of it like creating your own personal pension.
I like that.
These payments can last for a set period or even for your entire lifetime.
Wow.
Providing you with financial security.
So it's all about turning your savings into a reliable income.
Exactly.
Source in retirement.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit.
All right.
And talk about the death benefit.
Okay.
What happens to the money in this annuity if the policyholder passes away?
The full contract value is passed directly to the named beneficiaries.
Gotcha.
And it actually bypasses probate.
Okay.
Which can be a big advantage because probate can be a really time-consuming and expensive process for your heirs.
Right. So that's something good to keep in mind.
Yes.
And finally, let's talk about the return of premium rider.
Right.
How does that work?
It basically provides a safety net.
Okay.
So if you need to withdraw your money before the maturity date, for whatever reason, you're guaranteed to receive at least your original investment back.
Okay.
minus any withdrawals, and applicable state taxes.
Right. It's kind of like an insurance policy
Oh, okay.
against losing your principal.
So you don't lose all your money?
Exactly. And this really appeals to people
Right.
with a low risk tolerance.
Yeah, they don't want to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to recap the center, secure growth annuity offers guaranteed growth,
Yep.
tax benefits,
Right.
and a death benefit.
That's right.
But there are trade-offs to consider,
Yes.
like potentially lower returns
Mm-hmm.
compared to market investments,
Right.
and limited access to your funds.
That's an important thing to think about.
For sure.
And it's important to remember that no single financial product is
Right.
perfect for everyone.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
This annuity offers security, but is it the best way to maximize your retirement income?
That's the question.
You really have to think about your own situation,
Mm-hmm.
your risk tolerance, your time horizon, and your overall financial goals.
Exactly.
This is just one piece of the retirement puzzle.
Yes.
So keep exploring and see what else is out there.
That's right.
There are other options. So keep researching.